Twitch, not live just yet. Twitch. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry about that, folks. It's been a bit since we've used our... Oh, you don't want to hear the Twitch echo. It's been a little while since we've used our Twitch stream, so just getting ourselves updated here. Hey, Tar Ogre, good to see you again. Okay, we've got our brand new build ready to go. Let's see here. We're in the right window. Perfect. Okay. And we got Greg on the line too.
I sure do. Once I figure out what I'm doing.
Okay. And for this stream, he'll be real time. We're not going to be dealing with like a 15-second delay where it's like, oh man, I can't wait for you to see that. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Okay, that was good. Okay, cool. So, welcome to the stream. Oh hey, weren't you? Wasn't it Sleant Assassin back in the day? I don't remember, but it's good to see you back. Ace is suited now. And we've got our brand new build with all sorts of fun stuff that we want to share with you. Let me make sure that the sound is cool. The sound is coming through strong on there. So we're just gonna hop into the tutorial, I guess, and just quickly go through that, make sure everything's working right.
We've been using a controller, so it's smoother.
Okay. This is all looking good. Got stuck there, but that's fine. All right. Welcome to the tutorial. We're going to go into tutorial combat. Thanks, Taroker. It's good to still be working on this thing. It's good to still have ideas flowing through from the community. I want to work on this. Oh, I'm going to adjust my sound balance so that you're not deafened by sound effects and stuff like that. Like on through here, where are... Okay, there you guys are. Not a whole lot's changed with the tutorial, unless it's been a while since you've done it. I think we changed it for like, what, 1.2.4?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's been so long, I don't remember, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah. Cool. Seems to be working just fine.
Overall, we spent a lot more time on 1.3 than I think we both thought we would.
Yeah, that's very true. And one bug that I've seen with only the tutorial, you may notice that we have a whole lot of runes here, and that there's exactly the same ones. That bounce is the same as this bounce. It's only happening in the tutorial, though.
Right now.
Okay.
And
I don't have enough
I
essence.
don't really. I'm just gonna go crazy and buy whatever I want. It doesn't matter. Essence. And we're at the end of the tutorial.
And it didn't load a boss this time? Great.
Nope. Great. Okay, it doesn't look like the cursor focus wants to go in there, but it only seems to... Can you log that the cursor is having a hard time focusing on the lower area? Seeing a little bit of an FPS drop, audio desync. Not sure if it's me, the stream, or y'all. If anyone else is seeing that, let me know. I might need to adjust my stream settings.
It's been looking fine on my... I've got the stream up. Well, maybe the audio's dropping. I don't have the audio on, but...
Okay. Okay, so I set up a few saves ready to go. But I also... I'm going to overwrite those because today I made some brand new titles, which, you know, I might need to give myself access to real quick. Bear with me while I just hack that. Okay. And
isn't there an unlock all titles on
yes,
the main screen?
Oh, there might be. Grant all titles. So that should be need. All right, so if I go back to new game, abandon. Okay, we got everyone we need now. Okay, cool. So I think to start things off, I'm pretty happy with how the Earth Molder is turning out. And all of these names are not permanent in the least. I spent maybe 15 seconds on each one. And I'm just going to get him looking the way we want it. Let's call
We?
it...
Do I get a say in this?
We, yes. All of us
Okay.
get a say in it.
Great.
So I'm going to... What do you want to call him, Greg?
Oh, Earthy Boy.
Earthy Boy. Oh, I gotta delete all that. Okay. There that is. We're gonna give him. I like the ship captain. That's a pretty solid amount of beard. What do you want the accessory to be?
Ooh, I'm not sure. What are my options? I think we should go.
Go with what?
The good old hood.
Okay, sounds good. And I think this... I'm going to change the colors just a little bit and give him an actual earth color here. There's that. And accent, that's going to be like a bright green or something. Yeah. That works. Okay. And save. Cool. Earthy Boy the Earth Molder. Let's get started. Oh, and I'm also going to turn on the music when I get this second. Get it 1 second, because we want that. All right. Okay. What do you think? Ooh, unique rune and lose max health.
Go for it.
That seems pretty good. Okay. Oh, trap. That actually could be really fun with this character, but I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Well, that's fantastic.
Starting things off strong. Good. Okay.
No bugs in our developer build whatsoever.
As I said in our Discord, this could be a very buggy build. All right, so the map has had a complete overhaul. We have new icons to represent the factions that are in the different locations. So I know that some of these, we've got brand new enemies for each faction too, and some of them are a lot harder than others. So we're going to face off against the Outcasts, which used to be bandits, but have gone through a little bit of a rebrand. Okay. And
did it take your health, by the way, or did you just not get the item? Like how?
Okay, so I think this should give me plus 20 health. And yeah, I started at 170. So it did take my health. It didn't give me the rune.
Okay.
How crappy is that?
I can't use
Okay, so some of the things that we should also turn on, I have things automatically set for recording purposes. So we're going to just turn on objective indicators, progress bars, and pop-ups. Wait, no. Okay, I think that should be fine. Let's check.
Oh, and if you have played our game, the settings menu has been changed a little bit,
Yes.
which looks a little cleaner with the buttons at the top instead of on the side.
Okay, that should be good. So some of the new things with this character, we have a new movement ability. This is Burrow. Which it's really expensive, but you're underground and pretty much safe while you're casting it. And this character starts with Pillar, which is one of the most powerful Earth spells. And yeah, we've got this new champion that will leap up in the air and try to smack you with his sword.
We're trying to increase the enemy variety in 1.3 so that each faction feels unique and there's some new and exciting challenges.
The other thing we have here is Juggernaut. So if I'm kind of dealing with a few more enemies than I want to, I can just burrow through a building real quick. Not sure if that one's actually going to make it into the game or not, but I figured I'd try it
out. Thanks, Larry. Oh man, I'm going to call you Larry. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. Powolski? Powolski. I can do that. I hope, maybe.
If I could time spread a little better. Oh, one of the things that's new in 1.3 is we have we reduced the casting time of area spells. We had a couple of complaints about that. Woo, man, having a hard time here. One of the things that is a little tricky about Burrow is that there's a long cooldown for it. So while you have it, it works pretty well. But we might need to tweak that a little bit.
I think you have a bad habit of overestimating cooldown abilities.
Yes, I do.
I'm surprised how much red was left on the map, I'll be honest.
Too.
Oh, so something that Chip didn't talk about, and I don't remember what difficulty this area was, but the locations on the map have 3 stages, and based on how big the building is on the mountain, effectively, the harder the enemies are going to be there. It's effectively placing you a chapter ahead on the bigger buildings, or even 2 chapter heads on the really big buildings. So that way, when you're picking locations on the map, there's more choice, there's difficulty, you can see what faction you're probably going to be fighting. Just wanted to provide more information, more choices, make the map more meaningful.
That is right. And sometimes you'll come across, and it happened to me earlier today where I just came across a. I can't use that right now. Looks like I got stuck in Burrow.
Oh.
I can't use that right now.
Well, get out of the map.
Okay, I got out.
Well, the harder difficulties will also give you loot as if you were at that harder difficulty. So it would give you better loot than, or it's supposed to, at least. Maybe
okay.
That's not currently working.
So I think just because for all of our sakes, I'm going to switch myself out of Burrow. Just because we've already identified some bugs with it. The cooldown is a bit hard. And we'll just go back to Blink. Okay, looks like this is Inquisition. Perfect.
And right now there's that little pop-up that just says there's Inquisition or Corrupted or whatever or Unknown. Eventually that will change to say things like a hard Inquisition, or not worded that way, but hard, easy, or medium Inquisition.
Actually, I think it's already, it says heavy, medium, or light.
Okay, I thought I had read it earlier. It just said Debiller before, but...
Our Inquisition have been changed completely, and almost every enemy is now using fire-based magic and abilities. think he was trying to target that sentinel.
Hey, thanks, Urgle, for tuning in even though you gotta go. I understand that's really late time. That's my fault. I've got kids that I like to make sure are asleep before I start streaming, so I don't have lots of interruptions.
Okay. Wait. Did we not get all the captains? Oh, shoot. Okay.
I have sadly not even played Dragon's Dogma, so we didn't get any inspiration from that. I believe that came out for PC after we were already working on Fictorum, and Fictorum took up so much of our free time that that's a game that we haven't played yet.
Okay, there he is. Okay, good. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma has shown up a lot in my searches for just inspiration for spells and things like that. And one of those games that I'd love to play if time were no issue.
I think also we'll be tuning the early chapters to be, or at least chapter 1 especially, a little bit easier than it's going to appear right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to avoid spawning any of the heavy mountains on the first chapter at the very least.
Yeah, I think that might be pretty fair. Ooh, oh, hey guys. I'm having a pretty hard time. Alright, where's that last captain? We're just gonna kill him and get out of here.
That's a good idea.
I hope I got him. It's on. Dragon's Dogma once again. Playing recently, the combat is awesome, but the world feels so empty and repetitive, can kill the experience of the game. With when Earthy Boy left Adale past, Nightfire was forced to flee as well. All right.
Looks like you did. Did you not complete those? I wasn't looking at the bar.
Maybe one of them was still in the air and he hadn't fallen yet.
Last I looked. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can check by clipping.
Okay. Let's get a heal on. I don't have enough essence. Let's see here.
You ran through before the captain had died.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sell Burrow. Shaping bonus sounds good. And I've been getting hit a lot, and I noticed my health has not dropped nearly as much as it should have. So I'm gonna keep that armor.
Yep, that says Heavy Inquisition. I see.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid that one. Okay. Crossing many bridges. Oh, right. This is that well-meaning merchant here. I think we should try to go for a little bit more. Well, he threw it all away. Okay. No luck for us this time. Okay. Let's try Corrupted. Let's see how that goes.
I won't say that Earthstyle is supposed to be more close combat, but we do want to make... we've been trying our best to make all the spells that we're adding to the game feel unique and different, so they're not just reskins of spells we are...
Right. Yeah, I wanted Pillar to be like a combat version of Rock Wall. Get over there. Alright. Nope, not on my watch. I got you. Oh man, this is really bad. Okay, maybe I don't got you.
I know Chip's been adding some caps to prevent some of the cooldown abuse, for lack of a better term. I don't think it's... What, is it 75% cooldown reductions max now?
I think that's what I did, and there are also a couple... no, actually, there are... I think I did leave it so that you can get to 100%, but I reduced some of the... I think Picardy's Guardian was the biggest offender. I just can't get that guy down.
Okay.
Which is a unique set of mage armor. Okay. Alright, jerk. So that way it is harder to get to that 100%. I also reduced the scaling per chapter. So some items, or some attributes, I should say, based on the chapter you're on, will have a drastically increased value. And ability cooldown is no longer one.
Our general idea is that if you get something broken, that's okay. We just don't want to make it too easy for that to happen. Because you are supposed to be playing a godlike mage where you're destroying everything.
Yeah, and if you focus on ability cooldown and that's what you want to do, go for it. Live your dream. And we are going to see some issues with corrupted warriors, like moonwalking and doing just odd movement. Not really sure what's up with that, but I did log that earlier.
I don't know if we can... I don't know what ability you're referring to, Tarogre in Destroy All Humans 2. I've never played that game, but you're saying it was like a disc that you threw around, and if it hit something, it would stick to the disc and then continue to fly around. I don't know if that's possible. I know Chip added a discus spell to the game, but I don't know if that's just for enemies.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, Juggernaut's a little rough because it doesn't really give you a warning when it's about to run out. So you might just be in the middle of clipping through something. Oh man, okay. So spread is really bad on those liches because they just pop up on top of that. That just shouldn't be. They've already murdered all of the townsfolk, so not a whole lot I can do there. Well, if I don't start getting some better gear, this character might not live too long. But that's okay. I still got 2 other builds I want to show. Yeah, I think a visual cue might be what
it also should continue the cast if you're in the middle of clipping.
Yeah.
If we're going to keep the spell in the game, it may just not make 1.3. The beta for 1.3 should be quote unquote soon. I've got some good friends in for a visit over the next week, so my ability to work on Fictorum is going to be even lower than it has been. Chip's the one that's been cranking out most of this stuff, so you can thank him for all these amazing changes. But we hope to get it out within the next...
Next what?
That's exactly.
Long day, buddy. Oh no.
No. I didn't want to give
it
a time estimate.
I'm still cold. I'm so cold. Oh no, crap. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm like barely moving, or my acceleration's all messed up. Look at this. Like I'm sprinting right now. Alright, you are definitely killing the Okay,
that was
something happened
Earthy
there.
boy did not last very long.
No, he sure didn't. Alright, well, that was fun. Okay, so we're gonna do a new game. I think we'll switch over to Expanse because Greg did put in some good work on that. And I do want to show that. So I'm going to leave this up to the stream. We have the Voidbringer, which is using an Eldritch Blast. It's a more expensive spell, but it's really strong, and it has. We start with a Seek rune, or we could use the Gale Bender. And I realized as I started the stream that's pretty close to Airbender, but whatever. What starts with Wind Shot, and we have a new. I guess on both of our new. Oh, that should have a cooldown. It has Phalanx, which is a shield spell, and Air Wing, which allows you to fly. Also, Voidbringer has a brand new movement spell that is Rising Shadow, which is a long-range teleport and knockdown. And we also have a Soul Rend, which is one of the only abilities in the game right now that will actually allow you to drain health. Galebender first, no doubt. Okay. I mean, I'll wait for... Okay. 1 for Voidbringer, 3 for... Oh, it's a tie.
Oh, are we good? Wow.
It's just right down the line. All right, Greg, be our tiebreaker.
Oh, wait. I think we got more for Void now.
For Void. Okay, Void it is.
Okay. Ooh, pressure off me.
Okay, we got to make him look proper for this, though. Actually, if I could cancel this, I think I already set up the colors I wanted on this guy. Yeah, cool. I already see a little preparation. All right, we're going to do Expanse with this dude, and we're going to go to Voidbringer. Look, he looks so cool. All right, you guys have 20 seconds to come up with a name. I'm going to pick the best one I see in chat. Oh, crap. Didn't... Okay, there we go. There's my colors.
And we will be doing the air after the Void guy.
Shadow the Hedgehog. That seems pretty good to me. Vanoosh, Winton, Wanderlust.
Yeah, I think
Shadow the Hedgehog is the winner.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that, Voidy boy.
That's a close second.
That's a close second. All right. We're going to leave that on. Okay, cool. We're good to go. Greg, do you have any beers that you're enjoying this evening?
I do not. I am trying a new diet, so I'm not allowed to eat or drink any calories after 7 p.m.
Okay, got it. All right. Yes, something different about this one. What do we want? Do we want a rare rune? Lose some max health gains.
Oh, let's see if we get this rare rune. Pick the rare rune, and maybe we'll get it this time.
Hey, we got it this time.
Great.
Oh, wait a minute. That means we're starting with... No,
Pearson Seek?
Oh.
Oh, no, it gave you the wrong rune.
No, it didn't give me a... Like, I started with that one.
Oh, did it give you a rune at all?
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, okay, so at least that's just consistent. It's consistently broken. That's the good thing.
Well, I'm gonna give that to myself because that would just be fun.
Oh, okay.
And
so Expanse. Oh,
go for it.
Okay. Expanse is the mode I've been wanting to add to the game. It's a just massive map where there are 3 bosses, which luckily we can see right on the screen right here. Mm-hmm. They are optional to kill before going after the Grand Inquisitor. It's not quite implemented, but I want them to show up in the Grand Inquisitor fight if you don't kill them, or at least strong opponents. There's a few bosses that just wouldn't be able to show up and work right, like the Earth boss.
I think I might be using the... There's some issues with the cursor on this map, which I haven't tested at all yet.
With the yeah, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
But I think it's somewhere between 80 and 100 mountains spawn on the map, and this is continuous as well. If you want to be as continuous, which means you can just clear out all 80 or 100 mountains or whatever, and then after you beat the boss, you'll be able to continue to the next chapter as optional.
Yeah, let's deal with some outcasts here. Yes, the dev console works in every mode. Gotta love that dev console.
He was just telling you the dev console that you up here, Sin.
Oh, got it. Okay, so that is it. Good. So
I don't have enough mana.
Oh, I don't even have enough mana to cast it. All right, well. Are there
no enemies?
There's 2 enemies over there.
Well then.
Black with red hat. Yep, that's right. Perfect for the name. All right, so here's our Eldritch Blast. So I added in. I kind of like this idea. It has a sort of delicate curving, which makes it a little tricky to aim. But since we start with Seek, it should make it a little. Is there really no one on this map?
Yeah, I'm going to try to log what event this was.
This was Gleanton.
It was Gleanton. Okay.
Well,
There's another. That's why we're doing the stream is so we're forced to experience everything.
Experience our crappy work.
We have I don't want to say a bad habit, but when we're testing things, well, is it because it's chapter 0?
It might be because it's chapter 0. That might be a problem.
So just don't go to any of the small ones. Go to the large ones, then. That'll at least get you chapter 1
that's
stuff.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, we'll just let the Inquisition advance, because I don't want to waste y'all's time. All right, so we're going to go to this one. Okay.
More variation in the quest locations, or they expect to be consistent? There'll be a few new events in 1.3, and well, then there's a few quote-unquote new maps as well. That hasn't been a major focus because of all the other stuff we've been doing.
Right.
Well, that teleport's pretty cool.
Thanks. I am quite happy with it. I do want to record a video of like using that and then like witch slapping someone right after. Oh, right, and I have this new Soul Rend spell. Who's going to be the first victim?
And I also should explain the reason we didn't do more events and levels, because the issue is more with the variation you experience, so we wanted to make the factions feel more unique, so at least when you're playing through, we wanted to add variation to what we already have, because if we just keep adding levels and it's still all the same enemies that we had before, that wouldn't really help anything feel different.
Yeah, I've noticed that there's been a little bit of an issue with our... Wait, did I click on, like, a level 3 area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I think this guy that we're fighting right now is a bishop? Yes, that is what it is. Because he's firing Flarius at me, and he's shooting meteors. So
nice.
This is supposed to be one of the endgame characters we're up against right now, and this is really our first location.
Well, that's your... Well, technically it's your second location.
Yeah, but the first one had nothing in it.
Yeah, well, that's... Well, so that means this is spawning in the equivalent of Chapter 2, by the way. I will...
Don't die, Chip! Come on, Shadow! You got this, buddy. Oh god, there's.
Make sure you use your health regen.
It's not working super well.
Oh.
It's like draining more than it's returning. Okay, he's down. He's down.
Good job.
He's down. There's one. Yeah, the game got a lot harder.
So, explain exactly how Soul Red works.
So the way it works is it's a channeling spell. It works almost exactly like telekinesis, but the difference is that it uses health to channel it. And I've added a new. I'm working on a new spell output, which is something like any other rune, like Pierce or Multi-Shot. It's what I'm calling Drain at the moment. And when whatever resource you use, in this case it's life, you will get a return of that whenever damage is dealt. So I might need to have a meta rune down the line. Oh, this is a fanatic, I think. He doesn't seem to be attacking. I can't. Oh no. Okay, we're good. So I might need to add another rune that switches a spell's use from, or resource use from, health to, mana to health to stamina or something like that, and then combine it with a drain rune. I'm not sure yet. It's one of those that it's still in sort of the experimental phase, and I'm not sure if it's actually going to make it any good. Yeah, they're definitely trying to kill those sentinels.
Aren't they friendly sentinels?
Yes.
Yes.
I need mana. Oof. Rough.
No bugs in this?
Not at all. None. Not at all. Just, it's walk through the grass spell that we got going on here. And it's not, it's just part of the Voidbringer. He's partially corporeal.
What's that feature? Not a bug. He's
Yep.
He's a magical character after all.
Okay. No. Oh, no! Oh, man. Hey, I'm in chapter 3 now. Look at that, Greg.
Yeah, it's, okay. Good job. Shouldn't be pulling that data.
So there's... Alright, exactly how much health am I up to right now? I have 2 health. There... Not only is there no... Oh, wait, no, there's a store right here, thankfully. Okay. Oh, man, we couldn't even dream. A full heal of 120 essence after 2 locations.
Wow.
Cool. So I'm dead.
You've got this.
I'm so dead.
I copied... Larry, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. I copied that and put it in our Trello list. So it may have been fixed already. If not, we'll get a look at it before 1.3 releases.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna...
I don't have enough
I'm
essence.
just gonna give myself a quarter of my health. You know what we're gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
We're going for the Grand Inquisitor.
That sounds perfect to me.
I'm just gonna...
Oh, the way the Pursuing Inquisition works on this map is it rotates around the center, or the final mountain.
Okay. So if I get on the inside, there's nothing they can do. Is there a name for the default template character? like the base character, the base Fictorum?
I don't think so.
No, there is not. Oh, look, it's the same map.
Fantastic. Good variation.
Alright, doesn't matter, because I'm getting out of here.
Just making a run for it.
Yep. There's no way I'm gonna...
Let's go try to kill the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
His name is now Clyde.
Alright. That's it then. It's settled. I can't use that right
Oh, I'm going to make sure we have add Clyde to the random name.
now. Good idea.
There, Clyde will now be in the random name generator for Fictorum.
Okay. Grand Inquisitor, here we come. Alright. We're gonna go for that one. Why not? I know I can't afford to use it, so let's do this. Woo! So pumped.
I think Wind has been my favorite addition to the game. There's, I just... Maybe I just like the idea of the bow spells.
I like those a lot. And you'll also notice there's a health bar for bosses.
Maybe, hopefully the Airbender. I'm sorry, the Wind
Galebender.
Galebender, whatever he's called.
Oh, look at that nice formation they had. Did you see that? Oh, how great is that?
Beautifully done, Chip. Beautiful.
I can't use that. Let's do this. Get out of here. Ah, my God.
Bosses don't change. Do bosses change how much health they have on chapter?
No, oh, they might. They might.
We don't know.
Oh my God. Shadow is no more. He totally just flattened me with a meteor. There was no chance. So I do have it on my list to put indicators down where meteors are gonna land. So don't worry about that too much. But man, what a way to die! Jeez, to go through such hardship, get to the feet, like the very top of the Citadel, only to instantly die.
That was pretty fantastic.
That was great.
I mean, that's kill some bosses to get some loot. You know, you just go straight for the Grand Inquisitor. Speedrun strats.
The only loot that I got, I think I got a pair of gloves, but everything else was like I couldn't use. Okay. Back to Abridged. We're gonna do Galebender. I'm gonna customize the color. Wait, is it just Clyde? I think it's just Clyde, right? Now that we've established that is the name of the true Fictorum.
I believe it will be Clyde.
And he shall be known as Clyde. Alright, I'm gonna change the color. Accent color, we're gonna go with gold. If I can manage. I'm gonna switch over to the mouse real quick. Maybe. Okay, there's the accent. Armor is gonna be white. Corruption glow is gold. That's good. Hair is white. And bring him up a little bit. Okay. We're going to give him a right now. Sideburns. Yep, that mustache. And we're going to give him hair. Cool. All right, I like it. Clyde the Galebender. Let's see how we do.
He looks like a Clyde.
He does look like a Clyde. Grand Inquisitor's name is secretly Cletus. He could be. He could be. We never learn his name.
There's a reason he doesn't call himself by any name and just the Grand Inquisitor.
All right. Let's see if getting a rare item actually works, because we're not suckers here. All right. Those are good gloves. Oh, okay. All right. What do you think? We should maybe go... Alright, outcast opposition expected here. We're gonna go down this way, because that one worries me right there.
Decisions.
Yeah, we actually have them now. Okay, so with this character, we start with good old wind shot. We have a phalanx, and we get to fly. Briefly,
I can't use
but we still get to
that
fly. That's pretty cool.
Everyone likes the flying jip.
Oh, good. Alright. Let's better position ourselves. Get out of here. Go on over next to this guy, I guess.
I agree, the bow is super dope. It just looks great. And the entire inspiration for making these spells was we got a new animation pack for archers, and we liked how it looked so much we wanted to make use of it.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of liches up in here. Okay. Yep, use some of that debris. Get out of here. Come on. So the problem with wind is that it's pretty cheap, but its damage is low. A lot of knockdown on it.
I can't use that right
I've already made a note that the difficulty is just in general a little bit too high.
Yeah.
Oh, this is probably appropriate difficulty for like a nightmare setting.
Yeah.
Seek should work with the bow. It doesn't move that fast.
Yeah, it does. we actually get this rune? Ooh, multi-shot would be great. Or Seek. Oh, multi-shot or Seek. I think Seek. Right? Seek.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's do Seek.
Let's see
And
if
I
you actually
got
get
it. Okay, good.
it. Okay, great.
Okay. I'm thinking we go this way and then go in, because this will be a much easier fight, I think. I hope.
That's the plan.
Okay. Alright, so we got that on already. Good.
Not enough mana. I don't have enough mana. I need mana. I don't have enough mana. Not enough mana.
There's no current plans to add a fog of war to the map, so you can only see locations close to you. We wanted to have the added variation of the different locations actually mean things, and we couldn't just have that be, and we couldn't also have it be completely random. Now, for future, for the future, we hope to release more frequent patches as we continue to update Fictorum, and 1.4 we've already decided is going to be a customization focus, so that would be something that I would love to add to a custom game mode where you'd be able to select, like, just have all mountains be random type thing.
If 1.4 is in the cards.
Yeah. If people decide they hate Fictorum and never sell another copy, it'd be hard for us to continue working on Fictorum when there's so many other game ideas that we want to start working on.
Right.
What? Like, broadly speaking. Oh no! Did he just fall through the world?
I did. I flew too high. Flew too close to the sun.
Sun. Oh, okay.
Well, 3 for 3.
Wow, we had 3 great runs tonight.
We sure did, and that was less than an hour. We could just play one of the old standbys. Why not?
Or why don't you just debug yourself some new spells and some better equipment?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We're just gonna stick with the Gale Bender again because that was great. What are some of those?
For what we've already decided that we're going to gift ourselves VR headsets with the release of 1.3. After the release of 1.3, because we'd love to play around with. Mm-hmm. VR's not going to get added to Fictorum. The performance just isn't there, and it's not going to get there. So I don't want to get anyone's hope about that. But we would love to make a game where you're just dueling as mages or something like that. We haven't played. I've literally never put a VR headset on, so I don't know what it's like or anything like that. So my opinions could change completely based on that.
I've played VR Super Hot, and that's like can confirm super awesome. Would love to do that. I mean, not that game, but some form of Fictorum with VR would, folks have asked for it. I want to play around with it. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know what the capabilities of the Unreal Engine 4 is going to be. They're releasing a new physics system, mm-hmm. And that may make a Fictorum-like game with co-op. We're like 5 or 6 engine versions behind on Fictorum right now, so I don't know if we'd ever be able to upgrade Fictorum, and co-op is almost just completely out of the cards because we'd have to rewrite almost all of the code.
Right.
It wasn't built for replication. But making a new game where the focus was, and also we would like to make a game where the focus is co-op. We really enjoy co-op games, and there's not a lot of them out there. or oftentimes it's just tacked on where you're playing with someone else, but it doesn't add anything to the experience besides playing with someone else. So we just, in general, just like to work on a co-op game.
All right, let's start with this and see how it goes. All right, we've got. I'll switch back to controller. We have Cyclone, which, if you've played beta, you've already seen. I think I've given it a little bit of a facelift. But that's just a very simple little twister that you throw out in front of you. And I can't remember. I think it pierces through enemies, so it's really, really good at against melee. Or firing through buildings, if that's how you'd like to do it.
When we were trying to come up with a studio name, I forget which one of us had said after we had been spending like 30 minutes or an hour on chat sending ideas back and forth, and one of us said, man, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. So that's how we became Scraping Bottom Games.
He just bounced his way out of there. That's great.
There's nothing better than ragdoll physics.
Bye-bye! No, I didn't give this a mana cost yet.
Oh, well, what doesn't?
Skyward Strike. So that's fun.
So before we started working on Fictorum, we had never developed a game before. I had just wanted to do something, for lack of a better phrase, I wanted to do something more with my hobbies. And Unreal Engine had just turned completely free, except the royalties you pay if you actually make something. So I was like, well, I don't have an excuse. Yeah. I don't have an excuse not to try to work on a game. So I had told Chip about that, and Chip decided he would work with me. And
worst mistake of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I decided I was just going to make a game where you played as a powerful mage, because there aren't many games out there. And I had originally thought of like a mage defense game where you played as a mage sitting on top of a tower, and you're just going to shoot the things that came at you. But we got that up and running in like a month of like a very basic, 2 months maybe of a very basic demo.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
And it wasn't fun. It was terrible. So we just started playing with the idea of Fictorum, and that went through many changes. The original idea was this grand idea that you'd be playing this mage on a battlefield, just wrecking absolute havoc. And then Then I realized that I had no experience with AI. There's no way I was going to get like 400 units on the screen doing things. And performance was going to also be impossible because we had no idea how to optimize for 400 units on the screen at the same time.
Right.
So we kept shrinking it, and we should have shrunk it further, but we ended up with Fictorum.
And yes, self-taught completely. Well, I guess we did attend YouTube University.
Yes. And neither of us had any real programming experience before this. This game is almost entirely done in blueprints. Honestly, one of the reasons that we want to work on another game, just so we can start over from scratch, because we've learned so many things, and there's so many things we would change if we could do it all over again, because we had no idea what we were doing. As an example, like almost everything used to be programmed into the main character actor, and that's a terrible
way
idea.
In fact, it still is.
It still is,
It
yeah,
still
because
is.
a lot of it still is, and the stuff that isn't is in the Nexus, because we didn't realize how game modes worked, apparently.
So these are the Debiller has also had a facelift. They are now focused on ice and earth magic, and you'll see these Pavice characters which use shields. They aren't too particular. Like that's all they do. They aren't particularly difficult, but if you get close to them, they will knock you back pretty far. It's just, I don't know, I was just playing around with some new characters. I think they might be a little too annoying with how popular or how common they are. And especially with this character, I'm really like I don't have a whole lot of, oh man, there that is again. That acceleration bug. I'm still frozen. Whatever got me pretty good. Anyways, I don't know if those characters will stay in, but we do have a new character called like the Sledge, which fires a hammer or like slams his hammer into the ground and launches a tremor at you. Oh man, this is so brutally slow. And a couple other ones that I'm having a hard time thinking of. Their main thing is their construct characters are made out of stone, so they're slow, but they are really tough. Let's just get out of here because I'm perma-frozen.
Oftentimes people ask like how do we get started or things like that in game development, and it really is just download the Unreal Engine and start playing around.
Yeah.
You know, how do I make a character walk across the screen? How do I make him shoot a fireball? These were all, you know, the questions we asked and figured out the answers to. And even if you and as you dabble, the Unreal Marketplace, where you can buy assets, especially just to make things look a little bit better as you're working on them, has greatly expanded since we were working on it.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'll take Windshot back.
Yeah. I think your mages with shields are fine. You just need to either increase the cooldown of them and decrease the frequency. There were quite a bit of them.
Yeah. Maybe have a small attack that they alternate between.
Make them throw rocks.
Yeah.
they're earth,
fine.
right?
Yeah, or boulders. Smaller boulders.
Yeah, Unity's also. I'm sure Unity's also great. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a lot of programming experience, so that's why we went. Well, Unreal was completely free. There's the different tiers of Unity that cost money, and that's a terrible reason to pick Unreal over Unity, because the amount of money that we spent on Fictorum completely dwarfs any expense that the Unity engine would have caused us.
Yes.
A lot of cities have Unreal meetups too. You can go attend one of those. Oh, and I'll also just say it again, but thank all of you for tuning in. Chat's been much more lively than I had expected it to be, since it's been months and months and months since we last streamed. This should be I will say this should be the start of more often streams from us, just because as we get closer to releasing 1.3, we'll want to do these streams just to double check and make sure everything's working well enough.
This is a cleric that I put together who uses what is that? Haven, and he fires. It's the first of the school, but I started putting together just a quick test of a light spell. He just fires little orbs of light that slowly move towards you. The range isn't a whole lot, but what did I just? Yeah, I knocked him off. Great. He's more of a support character. I've also improved our AI so that that ranged characters will realize when a defensive ability is active nearby, and will move into it. It only works on Haven just now, but I'd like to add some more. Yeah, that's kind of similar to Plasma Orb. It has a little bit of the erratic movement that you've seen from
Lightning Orb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and Lightning Orb as well.
Oh, the karma system. I'm sorry I didn't get to that earlier. A karma system of some type is something we'd like to implement in some point in the future. I think it's on our developer discussion. I don't know when we would be able to get to that. It's amazing to me how much work we've done on this game and how much work there is to do, and all the other things that we want to get polished. I'm not sure when or if we'd ever get to some type of karma system, especially since that is an entire... Like, this is... I'll use a common term, programming term, is Fictorum's a lot of spaghetti code, so whenever we start trying to add in new systems, it's really, really difficult. Even just adding the extra game mode of Expanse has been a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, just because of the way random things interact that, we just programmed poorly a long time ago, and it's hampering us down.
Okay, there we go. Oh. I'm noticing a pretty serious bug here.
Oh, there's no end mountain.
No, there isn't. Well?
Why? That hasn't changed at all.
I don't know. I might have changed something for it, but that is game breaking. All right, well, we can fix that. And welcome to Chapter 2. Okay, there's a boss here.
Why don't you go straight to the boss? Let's show off one of the new bosses.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to laugh when Rintaro loads.
No, it won't be.
Okay, I can't remember if she was one of the options for Chapter 2.
No.
Are you confident that it won't
I'm
be?
100% confident. All right, so Valerian Mountain, this is the wind boss. This is Ventas. Wait, no, Caleste. However you pronounce that. Okay, the wind off. Let's see how we do.
I'm rooting for the guy that's using wind magic.
Oh god.
If we were to I'll answer your question after Chip's done with this boss fight.
My screaming isn't getting in the way of conversation. Right, he uses air blade, which is really hard. Okay, alright, if that hits me, that's like... Alright, back to phase 2.
I don't have enough mana.
Got him down to half. Yeah, velocity would be is really good on Twister. It also increases the range of it as well. Oh, I'm knocking him down now. He's getting low. I got him! Woo! And the really nice thing about defeating these bosses is you get a unique item, or at least you should in theory. Alright, so there's Air Wing, which we have. There's Annihilator Beam, there's a Gregarious Garnet. I mean, Annihilator Beam might be fun. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Annihilator Beam. Why not?
So, chances are, if we were to implement a karma system, man, that's the. It's a good question because I feel like if we just have it affect current systems, it's kind of half-assing it. Having unique buffs for that, or having like unique events, or events change based on your karma, is what I'd like to see.
Right.
But
it'd be a much bigger writing challenge than it would be from a development standpoint, I think.
Well,
But
if our code was clean and easy to use, then I would agree with you. But
yeah, it's not.
There'd be a lot of especially since we'd be messing with the history and all of that wonderful system.
Yeah, we had such grand ideas for that one, and some of it got implemented.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the story of Fictorum? We had a lot of grand ideas, and some of them got implemented.
Oh, right. This is an Arbiter. We're up against an Arbiter right now. Okay, so these guys are really dangerous because what they'll do is they will cast Berserk on nearby enemies. So, for instance, remember those constructs that I was telling you about that are really aren't that bad because they're slow. When they're paired with an Arbiter, it makes them attack faster and move faster, so they become super dangerous. Arbiters also create familiars, which is what's casting at me right now. The little blue thing on the right side. And so the Berserk will make them move and attack faster as well. Oh no! Oh god!
Run, Chip, run.
Oh man! And Debiller's. Alright, so here's our sledge. He's dead. Alright. Oh, this could work. Oh, I forgot about that guy. Alright, so that purple guy is a Vorpal Swordsman. He's interesting. He has defensive blink, offensive blink, and a new passive which is reactive blink. So a quarter second after he is hit, he'll teleport. So it makes it really hard to track him down. Unless reactive... Okay, so he didn't have any place to navigate to right there.
Not enough mana.
Okay, let's get the... Let's get that down. Okay, that's good. And I think I'm just going to fly over these guys and get out of here.
Did you pick up Annihilator Beam?
Oh, I did. I haven't used that yet. Hold on a second. Okay, bear with me, folks. Alright, we're going to go for broke and try to use Annihilator Beam on these guys. Okay, we'll go again. Okay, here it is.
Oh, Ace is suited. The developer hack is just when the debug mode is on, we can skip an event, and that's what the developer hack is.
You'll also notice there's a targeting reticule for some channeling spells.
Yep, Bear Hug, a lot of changes. These aren't currently live anywhere. We just wanted to run a test stream to show everyone what we were working on, and so that we'd catch some bugs that we'd miss when you're not just doing a normal playthrough. But hopefully the beta will be out on Steam soon.
Whew. That was intense. Alright, let's go up here and try to go to that vendor. We're just going to give that wagon a wide berth and get out of here. We've been doing a lot of running in these playthroughs. Okay. Doombolt, that's a new one that I haven't shown you all yet. Alright, well, I need to heal. I'm definitely keeping concentrate. Oh, you know, Skyward Surge with Trap and Spread could be really fun. Alright. Let's sell you, heal a bit. And I can't afford that. Okay. Annihilator Beam, it's been nice knowing you.
Or Annihilator Beam.
We hardly knew ye. Okay, I'm selling Cyclone as well. Just to get my health a little higher. Okay. Ooh. Let's go for Heavy Inquisition. Okay. You'll notice that we have archers on battlements. That was a request, or we think we had that requested a few times. And there's a whole new set of AI that they'll use, even, you know, strategically hold position or move to the edge and try to fire at you if it makes sense to do that. Yes, heavy will give better rewards. Let's try a Doombolt. People getting nailed by my traps. Good.
Yeah, Bear Hug, we understand about being swamped by life and not getting to play games. I have so many games in my backlog that I want to play.
Yeah, I'll talk to friends about, like, games they're playing, like, oh man, this new, I don't know, whatever it is that just came out, like, oh, it's so good. Oh, Greg's talking about the new Fictorum. Like, oh, it's so good. It's really scratching my itch right now. I'm like, yeah, I look forward to playing, like, Dragon Age Inquisition, Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm 3 or 4 years behind at this point.
Yeah, and even still, I have I want to play Shadow of War. I missed out on Dishonored 2. Yeah.
I did play Dishonored 2. I have that one on.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. I still need to play.
Yeah, you have that one.
Yeah. I played the first like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
That's how far I've gotten into it so far.
I got that one for you for Christmas, I think.
Yeah. Only 8 months later, I'm still, you know.
Yeah. Just sitting.
Yeah. But I bought the new Spider-Man game, and I've played the first 5 minutes of that as well.
I think your daughter's played more of that than you have.
Yeah, she likes getting run over by the train.
Of course she does. Oh no. Kill the townsfolk. Yep. Okay.
You know, I think tough locations might just spawn too often.
It might. I mean, I think that could just be it. Oh, all right. Thanks for destroying that for me.
I played and beat God of War, and so did Chip. Right?
Oh yeah. That game was amazing.
Yeah, I played that one, and then I made Chip play it because that was easily the best game I've played in the last like 10 years or so. I really love the new God of War.
Oh, and Horizon Zero Dawn, that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, that was. Sony's been killing it on their exclusives. I mean, PC's got the best exclusives because it has Fictorum, and you know,
that's very
Fictorum's the best game ever made.
I made the game, and I can't even get behind that one. Or we made the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do this. Do this. There's only like 8 dudes right there waiting for me. Oh, that's smart. Okay. Alright, out of here. I don't know what I'm going to use to buy this heal. Nothing, I guess?
I'm just going to look longingly at it.
I guess
I
so.
don't have enough essence.
Man, the cursor's just going... What is happening here? Alright, well, back to mouse and keyboard.
I'm sure you're looking forward to debugging that.
Oh, yeah. I was just fixing it last week.
That's, the Inquisition spawning on the Expanse, I have literally fixed that bug like 5 different times. I don't understand how it just breaks every time I load. Like, every time I'm scared to load up Expanse because I'm expecting it to be broken again.
Wait, like the Pursuing Inquisition?
Yeah, the Pursuing Inquisition would just randomly spawn where it shouldn't. Like, there's logic set up so that it spawns as far away from you when you start as possible.
There's something that I haven't... I'm so sorry. Keep going. I'll explain this later.
No, go ahead. I'm just rambling about my bug problems.
So there's something that I haven't shown you all yet. That is the improved aiming camera. We have depth of field now. And it's much more nuanced than it used to be. Oh, God, that's right. I made it, a Larion? I think that's what I called it. That uses a storm lightning strike. That might be a little ridiculous. Okay. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Nope.
Enemies should probably not use storm.
I mean, not without indicators.
Even within, that's going to be like performance nightmares as well. Right? Like
It's not performing too badly, and it's only like 1 or 2 per map. God, okay. I'm panicking! Okay, Nexus is down. Good God.
Yeah, difficulty's tuned way too high.
Yeah, I did find it not to my liking. That is one of the ways that I would describe that place. Oh, man.
That's why we change every single enemy in the game.
I know. And, like, do one playtest.
Everything looks good when I have a multi-shot seeking fireball that's fully enchanted.
Right, like,
seems good.
Who doesn't have that? Like, why would you not have that? Alright, let's see if I can... I also, like, haven't been getting any rune drops at all. But it might be because I'm not killing it. But yeah, that's it. Figured it out.
Yep.
Oh, good question, Radical Tooth. What is your proudest accomplishment regarding Fictorum's development and features?
in terms of development, it's just the fact that we didn't throw all of our money down a hole, and we at least found some success. That's easily my overall proudest accomplishment with Fictorum. In terms of features, I just think it's overall the magic system, the shaping and the runes and how they interact. It's just fantastic, and is really what makes our game our game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's once that started working in combination. I can remember the weekend that it happened, and like, oh god, that must have been like 2015 around this time. No, it was July 4th, 2015. I had just gotten a working copy with, like, I tried my hand at Maya, like I designed our first castle set, which you don't want to see it, but it worked. And I had destruction, like all of our destructible meshes working. We had Fireball with high velocity, multi-shot, and high explosive, I think. And a test level with all of that stuff working. And I was, like, I stayed up till 2 in the morning on, like, a work night, working on stuff. And, like, I finally got it all working, and it felt amazing, and you got that, like, you know, that, oh, okay, he is definitely trying to kill me. You get that, like, happy, like, destructive feeling when, like, you see a castle shatter. Like, that happened for me for the first time. And that was my proudest moment right there.
Oh, simple enjoyment that I've got, and it's a simple system. It really is. It was one of the first things I added to the game is the fear system in the game, where if you're murdering a guy and a lot of his buddies, eventually at some point the rest of them go, all right, I've seen enough. I'm running. That's it. Like, I don't want any more of this. I'm not going to try to kill this guy. I'm going to try to run for my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that happens enough in games. Like when I'm playing Skyrim and, you know, the bandits attack my guy in full dragon scale armor and I chop one of them in half effectively and the other ones are still attacking me. And I'm just like, you know, at a certain point you'd go, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
I'm fine. I'm just going to go. Can you log that the Jacker Peninsula doesn't give you the free ring that it claims to?
Oh, okay.
And I guess this is what we got. We're gonna do our last heal, and then we're just gonna go to the Grand Inquisitor and see how it goes. Maybe we'll get a little further than we did last time. I'm not expecting to.
If you had to angrily rank as long as possible on a single feature, which one do you pick?
The history?
Let's see, what would I angrily rant? I actually think it's the paper map for me. Or the map that you play on. That just has been
a never-ending source of bugs.
Yeah, and things that don't work and we can't figure out why.
And it should be like the simplest thing.
Yeah.
It is the simplest part of our game, but it has given us, like, I remember late nights tracking down bugs that don't make any sense. Or like today. Why is there no boss on the first?
Why there's no end mountain? If there wasn't a boss, that's acceptable. But we have so many fail safes in the code to make sure that an end mountain spawns, because if it doesn't, the game's over. Like it doesn't get any worse than that. And we've had other weird bugs where it's like, oh, I'm starting on the end mountain. Why am I starting on the end mountain? Or this important thing spawned on the starting mountain, and that's not supposed to happen. And we just have had so many problems with that, and it's really not even that bad of spaghetti code, so I don't really understand why we have so much problems with the mountains. And also we're getting to the point where every time I go back to change something, some of the stuff's so old and badly commented that
you have to recode it every time.
Well, I do a prayer to when I change up. I do a prayer to the code gods and hope to God I haven't broken everything.
Right. Oh, I also should give a disclaimer that the camera is not final. You'll see moments where I like clip through the world, or it'll get jittery at some points. Like if I'm at a certain distance, it'll like see that. Yeah, like right there. So I'll get it fixed at some point. All right, I've already gotten further than I did last time.
Good job. We are changing the camera so it will probably always clip through some things to help improve how smooth it is. I think we decided that it's more important to have a smooth camera than one that literally never clips through anything.
Right. This is significantly better than it was.
Oh, actually, if I could rant against one bug, it's the health pickup potion bug.
Oh, God!
Because it's literally never happened to me or Chip. But we've gotten more reports of that crash than I think any other crash.
Actually, I've got one that takes the cake, buddy.
Uh-oh.
The full screen bug.
Oh! That one's fantastic, too. Where it won't stay in full screen or the scaling's set wrong and it won't work right. Yeah, both of those are ones that we just can't replicate. So there's consistently, at least we've had the scaling bug before, but it's not an unfixable issue on our end.
Right.
It's, you know.
And I think that's happening. I think that's finally happening to me.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I think I just broke my field of view. If I go to Windowed and apply, and then go to full screen, that should full screen it. But if I like apply it, maybe not.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, well, no, I was able to. It happened to me on standalone, so I might be able to replicate it. Who knows?
I know Chip's been messing with the friction and the feel of Destructibles over the last, 8 months since we've released 1.2.4.
Mm-hmm.
So things may be a little bit different.
Yeah, there are, I know that one of the reasons that a lot of the roofs will pop off is because of the collision with the chimney. So basically, once all of the little pieces of the roof break, they'll instantly start colliding with the chimney and throw the rest of the roof just up and out. Which looks bad, and I think I've got a workaround in place. It's not looking perfect yet, so I'll need to spend some time to get that working right. But also, there's no reason that a frost spear should explode a house, right? Bear Hug's taken off. It was great having you. Well, great having all of you here. But thanks for chiming in on chat. So yeah, there's no frost spear has no business shattering a house. Lightning bolt probably same thing. So. We'll have to take a look at these things, but it's not terrible right now, and we're kind of getting to the point where it's been such a huge gap between 1.2.4 and 1.3, and at some point we got to say, all right, enough is enough. Like, this is far better than what we've got live. I wouldn't say that's true right now. Right now, if it would be disastrous if we did that. But we're close. We just need to deal with the difficulty and some of the bugs that we've encountered, which should be manageable. Nate Rate the narrate said, "Do you guys have any plans for elemental golems, summonable magic creatures for use in battle, or familiars and sentinels going to be the extent of the system?" So I would love to have a a patch that is solely focused on golems, summons, spirits, whatever, what have you. Maybe even have add wolves and I don't know, snakes, all sorts of cool stuff into the game. I tried to. I have a few spells. In fact, I think I could show you in a test or something like that. I've got a summon Shambler spell that I was playing around with, but the issue is if you start using some runes like multi-shot and seek or storm, the number of shamblers that you'll have on the map will just bring even my workstation to its knees, and that's just that's not okay. So we need to have some scaling. Oh, looks like that isn't getting included on there. All right, so we'll just go into really any other level. Did I put? Okay, well, let's just go here. So for instance, if you do like storm, multi-shot and spread, and use summon Shambler, like you'll fill up the entire map in no time. Here we go. It even says use at your own risk. All right, so let's do that, and let's just do a unique. We'll be merciful on my machine and only use spread. It's been a few months since I've used this spell, so it might not work at all.
I don't have enough mana.
Well, is it even?
Not enough mana.
All right, well, I can't do that for you. Sorry, folks. You know what? I do have
It's all that build up.
one summon that I can show, which isn't kind of a summon. Let's do this instead. There you go. There's a summon. Oh, did they summon it? Yeah, they sure did. There they are. Oh yeah, there's just summoning. I think they're summoning at the origin.
Oh, okay.
Go get them, guys. All right, so we're gonna do another thing. Let's throw. What do you guys want? Storm on here? Storm, Sentinel, Familiar. Let's do multi-shot on there too. Alright. Let's do Storm, multi-shot, and yeah, spread.
Not enough mana.
Oh, I don't have enough mana. Unsurprising. Let's go God mode.
I don't have enough mana. I need mana.
Wow, even still. Okay. There it is. And we're just gonna watch it spill out from behind this building. And you can see my frame rate just dropping. Plummeting.
That's the other problem with the summoning things is skeletal meshes are really expensive.
Yeah. Here goes the sheep. Yeah, that's gonna melt half the line.
I've got your stream on very quietly in the background, and that explosion was significantly loud on my. So apologize for anyone. That was probably pretty bad.
It's auto slowing down the game, so that explains the odd changes in pitch. All right, so are we done with the spell? I don't think they've actually gone through garbage collection, so they're still loaded in memory. All right. Well, how about this? I'm gonna get us to a new map. Oh wait, I have a hotkey to that. Just reload the map. And I'll just show you all some of the other spells that I've been working on. I think most of them, other than I'm having a hard time thinking about them. But most of these spells are final. Other than sound assets. Okay. Frozen Orb isn't quite ready. We do have Decay, Banish, Skull Grenade, Nefarium. Oh, Circle of Pain is ready. And let's do Boulder, Earth Slam, Terraform, Stalagmites, Tremor. I've already seen Pillar. Vortex, Tornado. I think that should be it. So garbage collection can be increased, but it's a very heavy process that only should happen every like 2 minutes. Otherwise, it could just be happening too much, and it's just a very noticeable hitch. All right, so let's show you all. Tremor, I'm really happy with. All right, so we have. I'm going to turn off the frames per second. Vortex, which is a spell that I'd like to combine with something like, what is it? The Verdant. I don't know. Whichever one starts with Flame Strike and Nova, I think, because you could use that on yourself and then follow it up with a Flame Strike.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We've also got Tornado, which doesn't like that. This one's, I think, in our current beta. It's got a little bit of facelift and other performance enhancements. Tremor, which I just think is super fun. Oh, Banish is great. I really like this one. Just an Orb of Doom. Let's see what we got. Yes, it is a reference to Tremors. Yeah, that was kind of where I got the idea. This one's, you've seen this one, it's basically the same thing as what you've seen from the Corruptor benches. Circle of Pain, which is a new one.
Not enough mana.
Skull Grenade, we had a video of that on subreddit, I think.
What does happen when Banish hits the house? Just normal, right?
Yeah, nothing yet. And this one, you can actually cook the grenade and it will explode based on the cast time, too. 1, 2. And stalagmites. Boulder. Slam. Oh, that's right. I need to change the terraform tone name. It's now Megalith. Okay. Boulder. This one's in 1.3, but it's gotten a facelift. Earth Slam's also gotten a little bit of a facelift. And Stalagmites, which is a slightly smaller spell. Meant to be a little bit more basic. And I think that's it for new spells. Yeah. So that's I think that's all we've got. If you're familiar with the dev menu, there've been a bunch of enhancements, like you can add in like spawn enemies in on you. So if you want to just see what it'd be like to just fight the Inquisition General right now, which it hasn't really been finished up yet. You can do that. I don't even see where he is. Oh, there he is. It's one of our goals to have him in. I don't know if he's going to make it for 1.3. But his thing is he's just really tough, probably tougher than the Grand Inquisitor, and just continually spawns in more and more enemies. Pocket sand that causes enemies to become confused. So that's kind of what we're planning for Manifest with Earth spells. It's kind of like quicksand, but instead of confusing, it just slows enemies down. It could even petrify them. Yeah, status moves in general would be funny. Yeah. So, anyways, I think that's probably nice. And I don't think those sentinels are really attacking us, but that's okay. Well, folks, I think we are right about at 2 hours, and that's typically... Oh, yeah, Frenzy. Frenzy is a spell that exists. It'd be nice to have him with, Haven, something like that. Maybe just, I don't know, some more summons. Nah, he's got enough of those. Yeah, we were talking about a testing grounds about a Prodigal Dude. That's definitely not happening in 1.3. That's something that I'd like to have a bit more of a focus on, and just put out a dedicated patch for Sandbox, so that you can do all those things that I was just doing. Though maybe the dev menu is pretty close to what we're looking for. Oh, thanks for tuning. I'm not gonna even try. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone that was chatting. Again, I think at least I was surprised that we had this kind of turnout. That's fantastic. Always better to stream with an audience than to ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll set up another one of these once we've had time to work through some of these bugs. Wouldn't make sense to do another one, like this weekend, because we just wouldn't have enough time to go through everything that we found. I hope you all are excited. We definitely are. And it's great to finally share what we've been working on. I kind of feel like I've just kind of had my nose to the grindstone and sharing things to Reddit when I can, but it's nice to see everything mostly working together and getting close to at least beta. So we'll let you... Oh, go ahead, Greg.
I was gonna say it's been nice seeing 1.3 in action. It's been by far our biggest patch. It's probably got the most work. It definitely has the most changes out of any of the patches we've done for Fictorum yet. And if we had been smarter, we would have broken this up into smaller patches. 1.3 is almost effectively a 2.0 of Fictorum at this point.
Yes. All right. Well, if you all have any feedback from this, let us know. We'd certainly love to hear it. But we'll be posting the recording of this on YouTube here pretty soon. We'll certainly be available on all of our social media outlets. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next time. Have a good night, everybody, or morning, wherever you may be.